Good morning. Good, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences Scholarship Breakfast. My name is Ravi Bhatt, and I'm a second-year doctoral student in our higher education program and a George Young Fellow. I look forward to our scholarship breakfast every year as it is an opportunity to gather and celebrate our incredible students while expressing our gratitude toward our donors. This year, I'm also incredibly grateful to serve as the Student Leadership Council Chair, where 18 members representing 6 departments across the college come together to collaborate and facilitate change. As the SLC Chair, I have a phenomenal opportunity to engage closely with the Dean and several members of the Dean's team, where I continue to be inspired and motivated. This inspiration drives Dean Andrew, members of his team, and so many of us every day when commemorating this historic expansion. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dean Damon Andrew to kick off this exciting program.
Let's give it up for Ravi Bhatt, one of our superstar students here. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences Scholarship Breakfast. I want to thank you all for coming, and please feel free to continue eating as we begin our program. I've been sitting at the table with Ann Days, one of our prominent donors of the college, and she was telling me how she remembered coming to this event many, many years ago for the first time, and it was in the corner of a room in the library. This is the first time, actually, that we've had to move it to this particular event. Normally, we actually have it over here in the expo hall, but because of fire hazards and regulations and so forth, they said it's too big now, you're going to have to move it out here. So this is great to have this many students, deserving students who have received scholarships, and so many of our donors in attendance today. I've been looking forward to this morning's event. Every year in particular, this is a chance to thank and celebrate our incredible students, donors, and friends of the college. And this year, I'd also like to reflect on the growth that's taken place at our college over the summer. So this year marks a significant milestone for us as we proudly continue our journey under the banner of the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences, a name we only officially adopted just a few weeks ago. Our expansion has opened new avenues for collaboration, research, and learning, and it's propelling us towards an even brighter future. For many of you, this event might be your first glimpse into that future, but it's the excellence of our students and the generous support of our donors that have paved the way for our expanded college to thrive. Already, we've seen the positive impact of this expansion on our faculty, staff, and students. We now rank second out of 17 colleges at FSU in terms of our numbers of faculty, graduate students, and living alumni. And I'll just give you a glimpse of what it's been like being the dean of the college this week. So I come into work on Monday, and news started getting around the halls that the National Academy of Kinesiology has ranked our kinesiology doctoral programs number 3 in the country. Okay? Absolutely. So this is the first time under our expanded college umbrella that all of our programs were eligible to be ranked together. So this would include programs like sport management, exercise physiology, sport nutrition, sport psychology, athletic training, athletic coaching. We went from number 29 in the rankings to number 3 by just counting all the work that we're doing together. So this is fantastic. That's Monday, right? So Tuesday, university had kicked off this week the FSU Discovery Days. So this is the Office of Research has put together this event basically to celebrate best practices and innovation and collaborative research at the university. For this particular event, so it's a week-long event, they selected 2 internal keynote speakers. So on Tuesday, Dr. Mike Ormsby from our Department of Nutrition, Food, and Exercise Science, that was the old name, right? Department of Health, Nutrition, and Food Sciences, was selected as the keynote speaker for that event. So 1 out of the 2 internal speakers for keynotes were coming from our college. Then I come back on Wednesday, and the second speaker was from our college, Nicole Patton-Terry in the School of Teacher Education. So both of the shining examples for innovation and research and collaboration that's happening at the university were selected from this college. Later that same night, I go to an event and the Office of Research decided, if you've ever seen the TV show Shark Tank, where you have entrepreneurs will come in and try to make pitches for their companies and businesses, and you have Mark Cuban and all these other wealthy people that are trying to make the decision whether they want to invest in the idea or not. We did something similar with research products here at the university. It was a university-wide competition. And guess what? Who took home the first prize? Dr. Prashant Singh took home a $50,000 check for his idea that Wednesday night. Then I come to work on Thursday in the afternoon. University has a huge celebration out at the golf course for all the primary investigators on research grants that we have at the university. I wore a wool coat that day. It was very hot. That was not a very wise choice on my part, but it was an outdoor event. But I will tell you, as I'm looking across all of these PIs, almost half of the people that were there were from this college. We have the second largest grant funding of the 17 colleges here at the university, so it was great to have that. And then last night, of course, we celebrated our Distinguished Alumni Award event and had so many new winners of awards and brought them back to campus. So yesterday was all about alumni. Today, as you're sitting at your table, you see a brand new issue. It's the first issue of The Torch in our expanded college. Has some great articles in there that I encourage you to read later on down the line that talk about some of the great collaboration that's already happening in the college that's only been around here for a few months since we've been combined. But today is also, very much about our donors and our students. And so here's a number we're especially proud of. We're number one on campus when it comes to scholarship support. Number one out of all 17 colleges. So this year alone, we will award over $1 million in scholarships to our students. So let's talk about these scholarships for a moment, because they are a really big deal. They directly support our students, making events like today even more special. Connecting our donors with the students who benefit from their scholarships is an incredibly important tradition for our college. It's a tangible reminder that their support makes a real, lasting impact on the lives of our students. We'll be hearing from a few of our scholarship recipients here shortly, but before we do, I want to take a moment to thank everyone here who has ever donated to FSU. Your support matters, and we appreciate your generosity. Let's give a round of applause to all of our donors and friends with us here today. Our commitment to our students and our commitment to their development extends beyond academics. The kind of education we provide at FSU goes far beyond the classroom, and as such, our students exhibit strong personal character and a desire to make an impact on their communities. Making that impact, whether it's on campus, in Florida, or beyond, is a core tenet of our college's mission. Something I've shared many times before is the belief that our students aren't here simply to become professionals in their fields. They are here to become thinkers, champions of positive change, and mentors to future generations. We're thrilled about the wealth of resources we're able to provide our students as they embark on their journey to engage with our communities and bring our mission to life. The college's expansion has enhanced key infrastructure in the areas of academic advising, student services, research support, information technology, and others, which ensures that our students have fewer barriers in reaching their full potential. The support of our donors propels that effort even further. Fittingly so, our college's new tagline, "Maximizing Human Potential," is more than just a catchphrase. I'm hoping that it can be the guiding principle behind all the work we do, spanning student support, groundbreaking research, community engagement, learning, and collaboration. Our programs and departments explore various aspects of the human experience and share a common focus on enhancing quality of life for all ages across the lifespan. I'm confident the synergy and unique strengths among our 6 departments and the talents of our students will position our college as a nationwide leader and pioneer in the areas of education, health, and human sciences. As you look around and meet people today, I hope you can already see the impact we're creating together. We're incredibly excited for what's to come and are so grateful for your investment in our college, our academic programs, and student opportunities. Before I turn things over, I want to invite you to enjoy our fall 2023 issue of the Torch magazine. Inside, as I mentioned earlier, you'll find incredible stories about the achievements, community engagement, and research collaborations already taking place as we make strides toward maximizing human potential. That issue is yours to take home, as it also includes a list of all of our scholarship recipients. And with that, I'd like to welcome our first student speaker to the stage, Fletcher Family Endowed Scholarship recipient, Sarah Schmidt. Sarah?
Hi everyone. My name is Sarah Schmidt and I'm a graduate student in the College of Education Elementary Education program. I just wanted to start by expressing my gratitude to Ann McCracken and her family for being here today and for considering me for the Fletcher Family Endowed Scholarship. Not only is this such an honor to receive this scholarship, but it will allow me to continue my graduate education and beyond with less of a financial burden. Thank you, Ms. McCracken, for helping me to pursue my dreams of becoming an educator. Although the path of an educator is difficult, I cannot see myself doing anything else. In all the scrapbooks that my mom has of me, there are countless photos of me playing school with my friends, stuffed animals, my little sister Savannah, or really anyone or anything that would listen. I have so many wonderful educators in my family. My Auntie Nina, who has been a teacher in Seminole County for over 25 years, my Aunt Carrie, who is a principal at an elementary school in Polk County, my Aunts Lisa and Terry, who are both college professors, and the list goes on and on. These wonderful women supported me and empowered me to become an educator just like them, and it feels surreal to be standing here with only a few months to go before I have my own classroom. I spent most of my primary education here in Tallahassee. I was born and raised here and attended Clarn Lakes Elementary, Deer Lake Middle School, and Childs High School. Similarly to my aunts, I met and was taught by outstanding educators that I think of every day. Their passion and care for teaching solidified my plan to attend Florida State to become an educator just like them. Halfway through my high school experience, I moved to South Florida. As you could expect for a 16-year-old girl who's lived in one place her whole life, this move was difficult for me. However, living somewhere so different than what I was used to led me to new ways of thinking, new friends and teachers, more opportunities to get involved on campus that I had not considered before, and it helped me better solidify a plan for my future education. As I began to apply for colleges, obviously Florida State was the #1 college on my list. I researched many programs across the state and found that no other program felt as ideal for my goals as Florida State did. When the time came around for college acceptance letters, you can imagine my disappointment when I was deferred from Florida State for the fall of 2019. This news was heartbreaking for me, and for a little while I was unsure of what to do next. After a few weeks of discussing plans with my parents, I ended up attending USF the summer following graduation to pursue elementary education. I was content attending school in Tampa and was on track to begin the elementary education program in the spring of the 2020 and 2021 school year, until USF abruptly decided to close their doors of the College of Education to any new students that October. When this news was released, I only had 2 weeks to decide if I would stay at USF and change my major, or if I would apply to Florida State and put all my eggs in one basket as a transfer student. And at this time I had 2 weeks, which was crazy. The November deadline was November 1st, and it was like maybe October 16th at this point when I got this information. It was bonkers. And at this point, I felt like the universe was leading me back to Tallahassee and to Florida State University. I feel so lucky to have had a second chance at being a student here, and I truly treasure my position here in the College of Education. Not only have I made lifelong friendships with the amazing women in my cohort, many of which who are here today. Hi, guys. But I feel valued by my professors and have had a chance to reconnect with the city I grew up in. Now that I'm back in town, I work as an after-school teacher at my alma mater, Clarn Lakes, and I absolutely love my job. Working alongside the after-school director who was there when I was a student in the program and spending every afternoon with these amazing kids means the world to me. This job experience has furthered my drive to become an educator, to be the best possible teacher for any group of students who enter my classroom. Before I leave the stage this morning, I would like to thank my professors for their wisdom and guidance over the past 3 years and always believing in me. I am forever grateful to you and the time you spent aiding me and my cohort in our journey to become educators. I also wanted to extend a special thank you to the leader of the elementary education program and one of my amazing professors, Dr. Davis, for nominating me for this prestigious scholarship. Thank you so much again to Anne McCracken and her family for this scholarship and for being here today. I hope to continue to make you proud as I continue my education and become a classroom teacher very soon. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good morning, esteemed donors, faculty, and fellow students. My name is Kofi Efrifa Yamoaponkor, and I stand here before you today as a living testament to the transformative power of education and opportunity. My journey began in a small community in Ghana, in West Africa, where the idea of pursuing higher education, let alone a master's degree in physiology, was a distant dream for most. Growing up in Ghana, I was surrounded by a healthcare system that was stretched thin and rife with disparities. The lack of resources and the overwhelming need for medical professionals was glaring. This ignited a fire in me, a burning desire to be part of a solution. With hard work, perseverance, and support from my family, I earned a bachelor's degree in physician assistantship. However, I knew that my journey had only just begun. I wanted to delve deeper into the intricacies of human and health sciences, to acquire knowledge that could bring about a real change in holistic healthcare delivery. The opportunity to study exercise physiology at Florida State University was a leap both geographically and academically. It was a leap from the familiar to the unknown, from the comforts of my home to a land thousands of miles away. But it was a leap I was willing to take, fueled by my desire to broaden my horizon and make a meaningful impact on healthcare. Receiving the Paul Senchi Memorial Scholarship was the catalyst that turned my dreams into reality. This scholarship did more than just providing financial relief. It gave me a sense of belonging, a feeling that I was part of the community that believed in my potential. It affirmed that dreams, no matter how ambitious, are attainable for those willing to strive for them. As I navigate through my master's program, every lecture attended, every experiment conducted, and every paper written in a step towards fulfilling my dream. The knowledge and skills I am acquiring are not just for personal growth. They are tools I intend to use to contribute to healthcare reforms both in the United States and back home in Ghana. To me, this scholarship is not just a gift, but a responsibility. It is a commitment to excel in my studies, to be a role model for others, and to give back to the community. It's a reminder that with the right opportunities, anyone can rise above their circumstance and make a meaningful impact in the world. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude for the incredible honor. The Paul Senchi Memorial Scholarship is not just an investment in my education, but it's an investment in a future where quality healthcare and education are accessible to all, regardless where they come from. Thank you for believing in me, and thank you for being here today to celebrate the transformative power of scholarship. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Francesca Caravetta, and I'm a senior exercise physiology major from Chicago, Illinois. I applied to FSU because one of my teachers in high school said I should apply somewhere that I would want to go on vacation. So I saw a picture of FSU with palm trees on it, and next thing you know, my application was submitted. And then I was moving into Divinity Hall my freshman year and heading to my freshman year FIG. A FIG is a class taught by an upperclassman for freshmen who have a similar interest area, which for me was pre-health. First day of my FIG, I was excited to make friends and learn about campus. Through it, I met other pre-health students that became my study group buddies, campus walk companions, and F45 partners. I actually even practiced a speech for one of them last week at Strozier. Throughout my FIG, I was introduced to several different pre-health majors, but ultimately decided on exercise physiology. I chose this major not because I planned to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, although that would be pretty epic, but because it perfectly combines all my passions: health, fitness, helping others, and prepares me for a career in healthcare. Throughout my time as an ex-phys major at FSU, I've been inspired by the faculty and staff in the college. My professors' dedication to research and passion to expand their knowledge is one of my greatest inspirations to learn. After class, you can catch me on the phone with my parents, telling them what interesting things I learned, such as how doing slow eccentric movements is more important than concentric for building strength, or how consuming alcohol can impair protein synthesis for up to 12 hours post-consumption, or even how one of my professors holds the world record for deadlift. One of my favorite things about being an FSU student is how everyone wants to see you succeed. For instance, how Dr. Ghosh will spend her free time helping students, like myself, accomplish their fitness goals. 3 plates coming soon. I'm truly blessed to be at an institution and a part of a department that really wants me to be the best version of myself. Outside of the classroom, I work as an FSU University Ambassador, where I provide campus tours to prospective students. One of my favorite things to talk about on tour is how at FSU we really do have something for everyone, from a circus to a weightlifting club, or how we even have a hide-and-go-seek club. I just haven't been able to find them yet. I also have the honor of teaching a pre-health FIG, where I aid my 12 students, or as I call them, my FIGlets, on how to make the most out of FSU in terms of academics, involvement, and balance. Being a FIG leader has already been one of the most rewarding experiences, as I get to give back to FSU the advice and knowledge that my FIG leader gave me during my freshman year. Additionally, I serve on the executive board of the FSU Medical Response Unit. As a responder, I volunteer as a crew leader responding to 911 calls on campus. Also, I teach Stop the Bleed certification courses to the FSU and Tallahassee communities on how to stop life-threatening bleeding. MRU has provided me with the community of peers that are taking similar classes, have similar passions, and have become some of my best friends. I even went to EMT school with some of them, summer from sophomore to junior year, and now we work together in Gadsden County on the ambulance, or as we like to call it, the boo-boo bus. My favorite thing to do in between calls is practice pickleball with my partners in hopes of redeeming myself on the FSU Westside courts this upcoming intramural pickleball season. I'm grateful to receive this scholarship in addition to the many other blessings being a student at FSU has provided me throughout my past few years. A special thank you to the donors for your selfless contribution to my education. Because of you, I will be able to spend more time my senior year focusing on academics and cherishing my last year at the happiest place on earth. Yes, FSU is my Disneyland. I look forward to finishing my senior year off strong with a Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Physiology and minor in Chemistry as I apply to PA schools this upcoming year. Thank you again, and go Noles.
Good morning, everyone. Let's give one more round of applause to Sarah, Kofi, and Francesca, fantastic student representatives. I think the future of education and healthcare here in Tallahassee is in good hands, guys. My name is Kevin Derryberry, and I'm your Assistant Dean for Development here at the college. And I'm going to attempt to make my remarks brief because I know some of you have 5 hours of tailgating to get to, and I would hate to impede on that time. If you've enjoyed yourself this morning, it is entirely the result of the great staff that is here, that has been here since before the sun came up this morning. I want to make sure that we give a shout out to our event manager, Cheryl Townsend Lewis. Cheryl, where you at? All right. Our Associate Director of Student and Alumni Engagement, Ms. Amanda Kaufman. Students, the gentleman without whom none of you would have had money in your accounts, Mr. Eric Park Gagan in the back. And the incredible communications team that put together the Torch magazine that's on your table, including our Assistant Director, Josh Duke, our Communications Manager, Melissa Powell, Chloe Harden, Colton Finn, and the full team of volunteers that work the front desk here today. Thank you, guys. All right. We're also honored to have so many family and friends join us here for Family Weekend. And we're particularly grateful to our scholarship donors that are here with us today. So I want to take a little time to make sure that we recognize that group. Though first, I do want to take note that this is a important year for the Expanded College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. We're celebrating a historic level of support, as the Dean mentioned earlier, with over $1 million awarded to our students this fall and spring. And that milestone is fitting for year one, $1 million. But I hate to tell you, we're not going to stop at $1 million, right? We want this program to continue to grow. And $1 million sounds like a lot of money until you realize that it only supports the top 10% of our students. So we got a lot of room to go to make sure that our over 5,000 students team are getting the support that they need. Thank you to all of you that made that possible. All right, there's more work to do. But first, let me talk about our donors here. And I want to recognize each of them that are here with us today for the support that they have shown to FSU and to recognize the funds that they have created. I'll ask each of them to stand or at least wave from their table if standing proves a challenge. We're going to start with our program level supporters who have been supporting our Dean Circle, Dr. Jimmy and Carolyn Ishii, right back here. We got Mr. Alan Vickness, I believe, over in the corner. Alan, all right. Supporting our tutoring program in teacher education and donors without whom the Florida Council for Social Studies Scholarship would not have been possible. John and Sally Day. John and Sally. We have several scholarships that are named for our generous donors, including the Trish England and Sue Nelson Endowed Scholarship. Trish and Sue are over here. And Turnabout's Fair Play, the Sue Nelson and Trish England Endowed Fellowship. All right. Tom and Evelyn Vlasic took a page from your book. We have the Tom and Evelyn Smith Vlasic Endowed Education Scholarship. Tom and Evelyn. All right. They also have the Evelyn Smith Vlasic and Tom Vlasic Endowed Southern Scholarship Foundation Fund. And we have Dr. Yoon-Hwa Shea, Professor Emerita Peggy Shea, and Ping Shea right here at table 14. And they've also created the Pao Sin Chi Memorial Scholarship that Kofi received today. All right, this being Family Weekend, we don't just have those that have been created for, we have those that have been created for individual family members. Scott and Tazumi Sears are here. They've created the Jim and Jewel Sears Scholarship in honor of their Scott's father. Scott Mabry is here over at table 1. Who's created the Prudence Ronan Mabry Endowed Scholarship in Special Education in honor of his mother. And Scott's cousins, Jim Sheets is here as well. Jim, we got waving. The Norma Ronan Chafin Endowed Scholarship for their mother. That's 2 out of 3 of the Ronan sisters, as I recall. Guys, call your cousins. We want to get the full set. All right. We also have a number of family scholarships for the whole family, including one created by a current faculty member, Dr. Rose Skeppel in St. Clair, right here. They've created the Skeppel Family Endowed Scholarship. Our Associate Provost for Strategy and Analytics is also here, Rick and Lois Burnett. They have created, they've created the Richard R. Burnett Family Endowed Scholarship. Professor Emerita Dr. Carol Darling is here, who's created the Anderson Darling Family Endowed Scholarships. And Ms. Ann Wood Paramore, right behind the post, I think. I see Ann over there. It's created the Wood Paramore Scholarship as well as the Elsie Thomas Miller Scholarship. Stan and Peg Rogaski have the Rogaski Visual Disabilities Education Scholarship. And Stan and Peg are parents of two FSU alumni and one daughter-in-law who got the good sense to get her undergraduate degree here before she went to that school in Gainesville for veterinarian school, if I recall. All right. And then competing, I think, for the largest family representation, Dr. Ann McCracken and the Fletcher Family Endowed Scholarship. The Fletcher family is here in force from all points. Thank you to all of our family donors. Now that brings us to our overachievers. As of last night, our newly inducted Lifetime Achievement recipient, Bob Reardon, and his wife, Dr. Janet Lenz, are here. Bob, where you at? Behind the pole. I call them overachievers because, guys, they've contributed to the Joel Ross Driver Memorial Scholarships, the James P. Sampson Jr. and Sandra N. Sampson Endowed Fellowship, the Harold Cottingham Memorial Fund, the Hardy Center for Leadership and Ethics in Higher Education, the Career Center Student Leadership Fund, the Career Advisor Alumni Scholarship, and the Dr. Janet G. Lenz Endowed Scholarship, and the Robert C. Reardon Endowed Scholarship. Thank you, Bob and Janet. One of Bob's nominators is here as well, Dr. Mike Shanazarian and his wife Jean Shanazarian. They, at the same table, have also created the Gary W. Peterson Endowed Scholarship and contributed to the James P. Sampson Jr. and Sandra M. Sampson Endowed Fellowship, the Janet G. Lenz Endowed Scholarship, the Robert C. Reardon Scholarship, and have created the Michael and Jean Shanazarian Endowed Professorship. Thank you, Mike and Jean. All right, and in a category all our own, right down front, we have Miss Ann Spencer Daves. Ann created, wave Ann. Ann created the Curtis Edward Spencer Scholarship my freshman year in college and has been creating a number of support funds ever since, including the Curtis Edward Spencer Endowed Scholarship in honor of her father, the Ann Spencer Daves Endowed Fellowships in her name, the John W. Daves Veteran Support Fund in her husband John's name, and the Ann and John Daves Professor in Education in their names. Not to mention supporting our marching chiefs, the Florida High, the FSU Marine Lab, the Veterans Legal Fund, and countless other projects when we have needed her. Thank you so much, Ann. We appreciate all that you've done. Ann also has the unique distinction of having the most scholarship recipient students with over 120 from her funds. Thank you so much. To date, the group of donors that I've just mentioned have committed over $21,370,000 to FSU. 21 million plus, and many more are still in active conversations about how they can do more for you. And at least one probably just got nervous because they're wondering why I asked them for lunch in a couple of weeks. Thank you, our donors. But now, students, let me address you before we get out of here. I want you all to take a moment this morning to realize that this moment is about appreciating the investment that this good group of people and many others like them have made in you. Whether they created their scholarships to celebrate a family, to recognize a lost loved one, or to be remembered for what they cared about most once they are gone, everyone agreed that the best way to carry out a legacy was through a student in the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. On behalf of your families and your friends that are here with you, the faculty and staff, and our incredible donors, we know that you're going to continue to make us proud. If your donor was not able to join us today, please take a moment to step back and record a quick video and before you leave, and thank them. Come down and thank any of the hands that you saw waved. For some of our donors who your students were not able to join us this morning, give me their names, and we will shake them loose next week. All right, everybody. Any housekeeping, Cheryl, Damon, anything we need to do before we get out of here? All right, I'm getting the all clear. Guys, thank you for joining us this morning. Donors, thank you for all you do. Students, thank you for continuing to study. Everyone, hydrate as you tailgate. And for the love of God, go Nobles.